welcome to Sonia's Book Talk at the Stickney-Forest View Public Library. Today we are talking about historical fiction, but they have something else in common. They all have the word seven in the title. So we're going to call this Historical Sevens. This is our July book talk. We do one every month and we feature 3 titles. I'm going to start with, let me start and go like past to present. So this came out several years ago. This is The Seven Sisters by Lucinda Riley. It's a little misleading because it actually is a series where it features one sister in each book. And so this book is about one of the sisters, Maya, and it's not really about like all the other sisters. But the deal is that their father adopted all these girls from different countries, and now he's sending them to find out about their historical, like ancestral background. So this one mainly goes back to Brazil. Maya's ancestors are from Brazil, and it's mainly about her grandmother, who was an aristocrat in Brazil, Isabella, and she's supposed to marry, rich, but she falls in love with an artist, a sculptor. And so it's about their passionate love affair and the problems that, their secret love affair. And I really liked it because it was romantic, and it was also dramatic and sad and tragic. So I really liked it. I like that kind of thing. So after I read this, I actually went and found one of her other books, and I read that, and that one took place in Ireland. So I want to read the rest in this Seven Sisters series. One came out last year called The Moon Sister, and I think it takes place they take place everywhere. There's one coming out later this year that takes place in Kenya. That sister finds out about her Kenyan heritage. So I really want to read them all. There's just so little time. But when I retire, I have a plan there's going to be a lot of books on my list. So someday. So I recommend that one. Lucinda Riley, really good writer. The next one that I am going to talk about came out in 2017, was a pretty popular book, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Jenkins Reid. And this imagines a movie star, Evelyn Hugo. She's fictional, but imagine like a glamorous movie star during the, golden age of Hollywood and her life. So she's recounting her life to a journalist, and it's framed in the way that each chapter is titled after one of her husbands, of which she had 7. And her first husband, for example, when she was a teenager in New York and she knew she wanted to go to Hollywood, she marries this guy who gets a job as a grip in Hollywood. She marries him in order, to get her ride to Hollywood, and that chapter is called Poor Ernie because, she ends up leaving him. So she marries for various reasons. Sometimes it's to manipulate the media. But she has a fun life. She falls in love, actual love, like 2 or 3 times, depending on how you define love for one of the times. But it was good. We read this for book club. We liked it. And this author has a new book that came out this year, which I haven't read yet. But also there's a tie-in with Evelyn Hugo and this journalist that she's telling her life to. So you have to read it for that review. Like how do they relate together? And yeah, I'll let you read this for yourself. Good read. And that spans from the 20s to like almost nowadays. So my last book that I'm going to talk about is The 7 or 8 Deaths of Stella Fortuna. This is starts in Italy. It starts up in a poor mountain town very rustic mountain town, very, very poor. We get the perspective of Stella's mom, first off, and her life there in this poor town. And Stella grows up. It's not the happiest. She sees her dad, oppressing her mom, abusing her mom. And then the dad goes to America, and they're happy for a while. They're like, yeah, just stay over there. But he makes them come over to America. And Stella is adamant that she does not want to get married. She wants to stay single. She doesn't want to ever have a husband or ever have kids. But you can see how well that works out for her. So this is framed, interestingly, in around like all these close calls or near misses that she has, like where she almost dies of an accident or of an illness. For instance, at one point, these pigs, these like boars attack her throughout her life. There's different mishaps that are like she almost died. So this spans from like almost the beginning of the century, 20th century, to like towards the end of the 20th century. And interestingly, this author was inspired by her actual grandma, like her actual grandma stories and all the stories around them. So there's old world superstition in here, and Stella, she's known as, she's got the evil eye on her because of all of these unfortunate mishaps. And there are some darker themes in here, like the abuse, just be forewarned. But I thought it was a great multi-generational saga, family saga, and I couldn't put it down. It was pretty riveting. It was pretty, interesting, and I would recommend it. It's a pretty good, solid read, and it's on some of the best of 2000. I bet it's going to be on some of the best of 2019 lists. I think it's already on some of the books to watch out for 2019. So maybe you are interested in one of these. I recommend them. They're all good, solid reads. All women authors this month. So thanks for joining me. Put comments below. Have you read any good historical fiction lately? Let me know. And join me next time when I do my book talk next month. Thank you.
If you enjoyed this video, please like the video and subscribe to the Stickney-Forest View Public Library's YouTube channel. Also, like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The Stickney-Forest View Public Library District, where great things happen.